Join us on Facebook. We're streaming live at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. If you haven't liked the page, please get on Facebook now. Search Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Like the page and interact with our posts. We have several contents there, but right now we're streaming so you can watch us and you can listen online at the same time. And most importantly, you can drop your comments wherever you are, anywhere you are in the world, real time. Now that we have that out of the way, you can also use the WhatsApp portal 0809-030-6416. That's on WhatsApp 0809-030-6416. Let us hear what you have to say to the headlines, whether from the news or any of the newspapers we would be looking at on the show this morning. So let's start with the Punch. And if you look at the Punch newspaper, you would see $6.2 million fraud. Forensic expert confirms forgery of Buhari's signature. That's on the Punch. Tinubu suspends REA, that's the Rural Electrification Boss directors, over alleged 1.2 billion naira fraud. Outrage as bandits kidnap 280 pupils from Kaduna schools. Now this is heartbreaking. Outrage as bandits kidnap 280 pupils from Kaduna schools. Reps demand 2024 budget review over forex crisis. Another interesting one here. Minimum wage workers differ. Governors want revenue sharing reviewed. Now all of those are headlines from the Punch newspaper. You would also find Makinde Adeleke to unite Ondo PDP ahead of poll. Federal government inaugurates Orusanye's report implementation committee. All of those from the Punch newspaper. We get on now to the Vanguard. You'd also find some interesting headlines here, and this one says Defense Minister orders DIA to go after coup mongers. The Defense Minister had also said that there's nothing like no coup, but the right thing should be done. Our leaders should focus on developing the country, but nothing of such rumors should be believed. So you would also find this Kaduna kidnapping. Where's that one now? Kaduna kidnapping. We are combing bushes to rescue them. Police. Now, could they be referring to the 280 students that they're saying bandits kidnapped? Well, possibly that is what it is. So get on to the Vanguard newspaper for more details on that one. CBN to sanction DFIs, PMBs, MFBs over late submission of returns. Naira depreciation. Others destabilize downstream oil marketers. And CBN reports 433% upsurge in remittances to $1.3 billion in February. Federal government partners CBN in gas exports. I thought we were saying that we did not need to export gas for now because of the situation of gas price in the country. So what is happening with this partnership between the federal government and the CBN? It would cause a lot of people to wonder. Because clearly there were talks about even us not exporting gas anymore. It was the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edu. So the government is partnering with the CBN in crude oil and gas exports. Okay. The announcement was made in Kano State during an expo that was held there, a seminar. One-day sensitization seminar. Well, we'll wait and see how they tend to handle that. In the meantime, some more headlines before we get on to your calls. This one here says repayment of student loan begins 2 years after NYSC, federal government. The question would be, would the students have gotten a job at that time? to be able to pay. So there are many intricacies with the loan that I think has not been made known. Is it? I thought it was supposed to be when the person gets a job. So if you don't get a job after 2 years, how do you pay? Plenty explanations that we need to have with regards to what's happening on this particular issue with the student loan. We'll find out details of it, definitely, and you'll get to hear about it. But in the meantime, on the Vanguard newspaper, if you get there, you would hear what the executive secretary of the program, the Nigeria Education Loan Fund, what he was saying about the whole situation with regards to paying back and all. So it says that the laws provide for students who go into paid employment, repayment will be 2 years after NYSC, but that does not mean that they cannot pay back before that time. So the law provides that for students who go into paid employment, they would have to pay 2 years after their NYSC. So the moment you get a job after your NYSC, then what you are allowed is 2 years. So perhaps there are provisions for those who might not get a job in that 2 years. Well, like I said, we would have to get more details. Let's go over to Facebook and look at what you're saying. Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. That's the handle on Facebook. I need you to go there, like the page, and make your contributions. Thank God Ability on Facebook says, brain work is not by shouting, by applying wisdom to confront issues before you. The governor will rule for 8 years. That's what I know. Alaris Spief says, I want to urge the people-oriented governor to please not consider resignation as an option to the peace process between him and his Oga. He should please consider the interests of the majority of Rivers people. J. Fetty Bekwe says, Governor Fubara is in charge of the state. No much talk about it. I will also plead with the governor to add the sacrifice of defending his supporters because the attack meted on them is much. Newton Ikire says, so bandits were able to abduct 280 human beings without attracting attention of security agencies. I mean, if you're thinking about this now, it's shocking. Because I've also thought about it when we had the 208, was it 208 Chibok girls at the time? And I said, do you understand what it means to move 200 people? And not just, I'm pretty sure many Nigerians thought the same way. To move 200 people, students. Some of them would have to be running around. You'd have to put them in trucks. The trucks would have to move because you can't put 200 and something people on a bike. So imagine now 280. You can't put them in the bike. You're going to need vehicles. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6. So I thought we had security posts around schools after we had the increase in the kidnapping situation, if you remember. So is it that those became dysfunctioned? We had checkpoints, military checkpoints even, that were said to have been established under the past administration. Was it that those things were now dismantled? How exactly would this happen for 280 people to be moved and nobody knew until they all had been taken away? I'm pretty sure the security agencies would give us more information about this. In the meantime, let's go to the phone lines. 0817-923-0003. Again, 0817-923-0002 or 0817-923-0007. I'll take those numbers again. 0817-923-0003. 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0007. Those are the numbers that you can call to join the conversation this morning. In the meantime, the WhatsApp messages also coming in, and we have a number of them already. Odinaka Woike, this is from you. It says, the kidnapping of over 280 people in Kaduna State is a sad one, as it will lead to high rates of school dropouts. Believe it or not, the shortage of food in Iche land is caused by land grabbers. The governor, please intervene before something unbelievable will happen. I don't know if the community has tried to get in touch with the commissioner for lands. I think that should be the first point of call. Confidence in Lebedim from Ozuzu Iche. That's from you. This person says, good morning. The governor should reinstate Rivers youth who have worked for 9 months and did state biometrics and have been given state ID cards. These youths and their families are suffering. Some have already lost their lives. The governor should please reinstate them. Best. That's from you in Port Harcourt. Israel is calling from Ada George. Let's hear you. Israel, good morning. Good morning, Israel.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, let me first congratulate women for their day. And today happens to be the International Women's Day. It's a good one. And today reminds me of the love of the former governor for the women who declared that the 23 local government vice chairmen should be women. And I will urge the new administration to also have the love and passion of bringing women to his government, because women also contribute a lot in the society. And having said that, the Andoni local government, the award of Andoni local government chairman, Andrew, is a good one in the right direction. You see, this man, if you ask me, has performed. And I wonder where my own local government, where his own will be, because I know that they have just maybe 2 months to leave the office. And the councillor who resigned, where are you resigning to when you have 2 months? Well, there's no problem. Thank you very much, Andrew.
All right, Israel, thank you. Ida from Nkora, good morning.
Andrew Femi, good morning.
Good morning.
First of all, I want to join my voice to congratulate the Andoni local government chairman. Andrew Femi, I'm from Popo Nkora, particularly in Nkora Kingdom. Andoni surrenders. They are not good to Andoni. Before, they are not good to Andoni. I tell you, morning, night, the killing over there. But since when this man take over, everything just stopped. I want to commend him. He's working like my local government chairman. So I want to commend them. They will get more awards. Coming to the governor, I want to appreciate him. Look at the way the governor spoke yesterday. He went to Saikia, went to Igbo. So when somebody is working, he's not to use camera to video everything. He said it. And work is going on everywhere. He went to Isaka Bridge. He went there to look. He was going about everywhere. I don't know how he's going to Nkoro today too. So please visit the school for Nkoro, the primary school and the secondary school. And if you go there, I will send you the pictures. You please help the people of Nkoro. That is his local government. Please, so that those students were very, very happy. I want to commend my mother. Today is World Women Day. And all the women in River State, the governor should please.
All right, Ida, thank you very much. We have to move on now to another caller. Temple is in Rumomasi. Temple, good morning.
Good morning, the very distinguished Femi Andrew. How are you doing this morning?
Very fine, thank you.
Yes, so permit me to celebrate the women that are already they are doing the needful for their families, their children. I celebrate them all. May Jehovah God continue to strengthen them. Distinguished Femi Andrew, over 200 students kidnapped in Kaduna. I think for me this is indeed a very sad one. We can't even say that the Chibok girls that we are, kidnapped has returned 100%. And that is why I always appeal to our President Tinubu. It is high time he settles down. Look at our service chiefs there and all the rest of them. At least we can do something different to avoid all this kind of stories that touches their heart. It is sad. Children who comes to learn will be kidnapped. We don't even know what they will be passing through. And at the same time, I want to appeal to the council chairman of HK, Honorable Dr. Bin Nanyawu, the governor of River State, Tasimilala Efubara, the very distinguished Ifemi Andrew. We can settle all this land grabbing of a thing. HK, as a local government, has committee for boundary adjustment. The same thing applicable in the state level. Can the governor and the local government chairman call these people who we don't know, but I know they are coming from our communities. They're stealing our land, grabbing our land. If as I'm talking to you, a president of Gary, in a local government that are predominantly far, we cannot afford the basin of Gary. 13,500 naira for a check Gary. A check Gary is gradually moving away from the poor man food. Gary is now becoming only a big man food. It's all accrued all these kind of activities. People somewhere that have been bulldozed. It is sad. I think enough is enough. They should begin to call these people. These people are our sons. See, the women are angry. Although I appeal to governor.
All right, Temple.
Please defend us.
Let's go to JJ now in Rumigbo. Thank you, Temple. JJ, good morning.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning.
You're welcome.
Andrew, you said you're surprised that the president gave order that we don't export gas.
No, I'm not sure if the order had been given, but I know that the conversation had been held to consider stopping exportation of gas. That's what I said.
Before the opening of that LNG project in Bonny, the Escravos gas gathering plant, lot of companies or countries have paid for the gas, the one that they have not even produced. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of them, especially now that they have the war between Ukraine and Russia, the Russian gas will pass through Ukraine. Now that they have this crisis, it may not be able to pass anymore to get to Poland, Germany, and some northern part of England. So what do you expect? Our gas becomes the hot cake. So the president cannot even order right now that we shouldn't export gas. It's as bad as that right now because it means people who have paid for this gas may be having a problem when there is coal in those areas I just mentioned. So forget all those things, it will not work. Then our governor, saying that there's nothing he cannot do to bring about peace in River State. I tell you, the peaceful man is a peaceful man. And it's not a man that wants to stick to power at all costs. That is why Socrates said a society where everybody wants to be leader is the worstful society. And I tell you, with what Governor Simfobara is doing right now, it shows that he loves River State and is developing River State to the core. And conclusively, the other time Chibok girls were kidnapped and up to today, they never complete. Why should we allow this thunder to strike twice, for goodness sake? It's not making any sense to me.
And all right, JJ, thank you. I think this is not even the second time we've had school children being kidnapped in the country. It's more than 3-4 times now. We've had several different numbers of children being kidnapped. Alfred from Emoha, good morning. Please turn down the volume of your radio.
Good morning, Andrew.
Good morning.
Andrew, let me join to celebrate women today and to also condemn the kidnap of the school girls. I think this is not the time where we should be hearing about kidnap. The problem is that Nigerians don't learn lessons from what had happened before. I don't know why. And then let me also tell our president, see, the suffering is too much. Please and please, they should stop exporting this small gas that you have. Now that you have started to using gas, why still export gas when it is not even enough for us? We are producing this thing and it's still very expensive for us. Even as a God, I tell you, they should not make God to regret for blessing us with all the natural mineral resources that we are not supposed to buy at a high cost. How bad? It is bad now. And then let me also commend the Anthony local government chairman. That is what a local government chairman is, and that is what every local government chairman needs to be. Not a local government chairman that will buy a generator for just the council, and then you call the whole world to come and commission it. You earn a lot, you buy yourself big hotels, and you wouldn't do people-oriented projects. MY still suffering on blackout every day for the past 3 years now. Shame to MY local government chairman. Thank you.
Uche, good morning.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Mrs. Uche Ken.
All right, go ahead.
Today is Women International Day, and I say congratulations to every woman out there, even if the congratulation is not so sweet and strong in Eche local government, in the women department. The women of Eche, we are supposed to be jubilating and congratulating themselves today, but rather the opposite was the case. Even women in Igbo protest against land grabbing and the abduction of their sons. Like I have always asked this question, what are the chiefs of Igbo, the paramount ruler, Dr. Sama Amechi, and many other chiefs, including the intake part assembly member Tony Ejogu, came from? What are
Oh, goodness me, Uche. You might have to call us back. I think you got interrupted by a service provider. Good news. Let's hear from you quickly. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, my brother.
You're welcome.
The issue of the presidency is trying to stop gas exportation, as discussed just as we are hearing. And we are hearing that most of the gas were bought before LNG was made. I think that shows that the government is not ready to look into her citizens at all. They came and stopped Nigerians from using kerosene. They don't produce kerosene in the filling stations. And they say they want everybody to use gas under Buhari. And today the gas is not there. Today a kg of gas is 1,400 naira. Something that used to be 450 from 250 per kg. With 6,000, you are filled 12.5 kg. But today, you use 18,000 to fill 12.5 kg. What a taboo. What a work of wickedness. And bandits kidnapped over 200 students in Kaduna. Okay, this is what they call end of discussion. End of discussion lay. How can it be heard that after the kidnapping of 200 over 200 Chibok girls, the Baptist high school children, that most of them have not been recovered up till now, and different things that are happening, and on the 1st of January, they killed over 200 persons in Benue. I think that is not the news enough. They kidnapped 200 in IDP camp in Borno, and we are still talking about that one. They come to kidnap 200 students again in the north, and we say it doesn't matter, and the government is saying nothing. In a Nigeria, in a Senate crime by now, the president have landed in those places and asked questions. Wow. It does make me to remember when Pastor Ibiomi preached and said that how can Osama bin Laden be the vice president of a country? I don't want to go to that place. Then finally, psychiatric hospital to be rehabilitated by the governor. I think the governor is behaving well. I think he's beginning to make us to love him. Yeah, I'm an APC member I think he's going to love him more than the way I expected. My name is Good News from Port Harcourt.
Lugard from Echie, good morning. Hello, Lugard.
Yes, Andrew, good morning. Greetings from Echie to you.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, the statement by the governor, for me, is unfortunate because he said if resigning will bring peace in the state, then he will do so. I don't just get it from a man who said we elected him. You know, I've been watching the governor closely. I've seen lapses in him. I know too well that maybe since he has started making such a statement, he is no longer interested in Governor Rivers State anymore. So he should better resign. Allow people who have Rivers people in their heart to rule the state. You have been making series of utterances. And you know too well that apart from that ring road project, that 200 billion was borrowed, for me, I've not seen any other project by this government. And they have been receiving a lot of revenue from the federal, and also, this fuel subsidy removal. The governors have received a lot of money. I've not seen what the governor is doing with the money. What I'm hearing is, if this is a social place, look at go Echie. No one project in Echie. This is about 1 year now in office. For me, if it's not ready, he should resign. On the issue of Echie people protesting, Andrew, is uncalled for. The level and manner land grabbers is invading Echie. For me, it calls for serious concern. I want to use to call on the governor and also my local government chairman, Ubinanyangu, who is doing well, who has also done well. We have 19 works in Echie, 19 projects, 80% completed, to call on him to please intervene. On the issue of Anthony winning that award, for me, they are biased. Which parameter they're using in awarding him? Echie remains the best local government chairman that I, Lugaman, no. I'm not a supporter of PDP or a supporter of Obinna.
Thank you, Lugaman. Let's go to Blessed in Alu
in
now.
River State, yeah. Executed by local government. Obinna remains the best.
Blessed from Alu, good morning.
Good morning, my brother, Fiemi Andrews.
You're welcome.
Over 200 students kidnapped in Kaduna. This is sad news. This is too bad
for us to be experiencing cancer of 18 in our country. This is not the first time, this is not the second time, this is not the third time. Where are we heading from this country? Where we have all these our chief security? What is their duty? They should try to mob up all these bad elements that disturbing the Nigeria as we are. Secondly, our governor, Governor Sim Fubara, says that no amount that he paid for him to bring peace in the continent, the state, even though for him to resign. Mr. Governor, let me tell you something. No gentility in politics, no matter it is. You are the number one state citizen of this River State. Whoever may consider that's not working with you, the Commissioner of Police or Commander of here in the either Navy or Air Force, that refuse to take order from you. Let's tell the whole world, tell them what you are passing through. This intimidation of a thing is too much. I'm begging you, don't resign. Whatever you do today, tomorrow shall tell. People back you, different citizens behind you. No matter it is, you are the one that we voted for. Tell your world. If somebody intimidating you, somebody did not allow you to work, either from your cabinet or outside cabinet. We have heard many things. Three people that do Thanksgiving for you, many people attacking them without arrested from police. This is bad omen. Tell you what you are passing through.
All right, Blessed, thank you very much. Let's go on to Facebook and take some more of the messages there. It is Nigerian for 92.3 BH on Facebook, so go like, follow us, and interact. CP Ozuke says, good morning, I wish my mom a happy International Women's Day. I'm getting tired of Nigeria and the daily insecurity challenges. Godwin Obari says, the governor of River State is sounding, what does it mean by bowing out for peace to reign? Nwankwo Hejirika says, the governor is a peaceful gentleman. Please, distractors should allow him work. Adunobi Oyekachike says, I can quit my position for peace. Governor, he should note that liberating Rivers people can only come via peace or violence. If God has sent him for us, quitting is never an option. On WhatsApp, you would see this from Big King says, the governor is the best, is an amazing, peaceful, and fantastic person. Let him not resign. Benjamin Nyewusira says, what about the Safe Schools initiative that has got millions of dollars without Nigerians knowing? The philosophy of Boko Haram that modern education is evil is merely gaining roots with the incessant kidnapping of pupils. Another message, Pastor Vincent says, how can 280 students be kidnapped and conveyed out and security did nothing? From a road to Port Harcourt, there are about 30 police checkpoints intelligently extorting money from motorists. They should be sent to the north to use the intel there, please, Pastor Vincent. We have security officials in Kaduna as well. It's not like we don't. We do. So there's no need going to send the ones in Port Harcourt to a road. We have people there that should do their job. The Chia women protest for land grabbers. Why is the state government silent on this issue of land grabbing? Before we go to the state government, I've said it before, you have traditional rulers in that Chia. You have not called the traditional rulers, or they don't know, or the families don't know the people who are giving out the land or grabbing the land. Somebody must bring somebody to grab. After a commercial.
You are tuned in to
Nigeria Info. We'll be right back after this.